Boys and girls, since we read Stella Luna, Leo and I thought it would be fun to do a Venn diagram. Yep. Let me show you who's watching. Mr. Leo. Alrighty, so let's look. So we know on the Venn diagram, if this side's the bats, then everything in here will be only about bats. It's true about bats. And over here, we'll put the things that are true just about birds. And in the middle will be things that are true about bats and birds. That's something that they both have in common. So let's come over here. And this says, we're made by God. Well, we know that God created all the animals. So we'll put that right in the middle because that would be true about bats and birds. This says, can see in the dark. Oh, right. When we read Stella Luna, we found out that Stella Luna could see in the dark, but her bird friends, do you remember Flap and Flitter and Pip? They could not see in the dark. She had to help them. So that's only true about bats. Let's see. Have mothers. Well, again, in the story, Stella Luna had a mom and the baby birds had a mom. So that would be true about both of them. Live in nest. Oh, right back to the book again. Do you remember the baby birds were the ones that lived in the nest? That was the nest that Stella Luna fell right into. Lay eggs. Now that we don't know from the book, but I do know that birds lay eggs, and I think you all know that too. We've talked about birds before. The interesting thing is, though, bats are mammals, and so they don't lay eggs. There is an exception with a few mammals out there that lay eggs, but the bat is not one of them. So we're going to put that on the bird side, not the bat side. Have feathers. Alrighty. In the story of Stella Luna, do you remember the mama when she was trying to figure out if that was her baby? She was sniffing Stella Luna's fur. So Stella Luna doesn't have feathers. The bats don't, but birds do. Stay awake during the day. Oh, do you remember when the birds went flying and Stella Luna went with them? That was daytime, so they fly in the day. So that would be birds. Over here, oh, here's the opposite. Stay awake at night. Now, if you remember, Stella Luna wanted to fly at nighttime, and then she found out that was okay when she got back with the bats and her mom. And we found out she had to save her bird friends, Flap and Flitter and Pip, when they went flying at night. And they would want to go to sleep, but Stella Luna didn't. So we'll put that here. Stay awake at night. Hang upside down. Well, again, from the story, that would be a bat. Do you remember how Stella Luna would hang upside down? And Mama Bird was not happy about that when her birdies tried to do what Stella Luna did. So that would just be the bats. Have babies. Well, let's see. Stella Luna was a baby, and her bird friends, Flap and Flitter and Pip, were babies. So that would be true about both. Eat fruit. Well, in the story, we know that Stella Luna was delighted when she was eating that juicy mango. And it didn't say anything about the birds eating fruit. But birds do eat fruit. They enjoy fruit. So we're going to put that for both. Both of the animals will eat fruit. Eat bugs. Well, in the story again, we know that the bird friends ate bugs. Stella Luna was like, ugh, when she ate a grasshopper. But remember, this says bats on our Venn diagram. It doesn't just say fruit bats. So this is actually true about other bats. The fruit bat prefers fruit, but other bats will eat bugs. So we're going to put that right here in the middle for both. Have thumbs. Well, when we read our book, do you remember when Stella Luna was by herself at night and she got tired, but she knew she had promised Mama Bird she wouldn't hang out upside down, so she used her thumbs to hang from the branch. So that tells me it must be bats that have thumbs. Also, that picture is pretty cool because you can see the wings and how it has a little thumb. This says can only see in the daylight. Well, Mrs. Ruhl kind of answered that when we were doing the stay awake at night. This was the birds, and that's when the birds went with Stella Luna at night, they were saying, I can't see. So we're going to put that on the bird side. And here's our last one, fly in the sky. Well, Stella Luna flew in the sky, and her bird buddies flew in the sky. And we've seen birds fly in the sky, so we know that that is going to go right here in the middle. I'm going to have to squeeze it in there. So that's true about both. Let's move that up. So let's pull back here and look at that Venn diagram. Hopefully that's fairly clear. So on the bat side, we see that they can see in the dark, and I'll get a little bit closer. They stay awake at night, they hang upside down, and they have thumbs. Now over on the bird side, we see that they live in nests, lay eggs, have feathers, stay awake during the day, and can only see in the daylight. Then when we go into the middle, remember, these are things that are true about both bats and birds. We're made by God, have mothers, have babies, eat fruit, fly in the sky, and eat bugs. Well, there you go, boys and girls. There is our Venn diagram about bats and birds. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Have a good night. Bye.